As someone with a little over 1600 hours in Apex Legends, a majority of which I've spent playing as Caustic, there's still a few nagging mistakes that I continue to see here and there whenever I'm observing other players using him that would really hold you and your team back. So in this video, I hope to cover some of those mistakes that you might be making as a Caustic player and answer the question of why you suck at playing Caustic. Probably. And don't get it twisted, I know I've certainly made these mistakes myself, so let's just get into it. Now, a pretty rookie mistake is that you're not actually using your traps, and I can understand if you're new to playing as Caustic or really new to playing any character that you might forget to actually take advantage of their abilities, but it is pretty important because that's kind of what Caustic revolves around. He revolves around using his gas and his traps. Even if the goal is to perhaps save your traps for the perfect moment, a stored trap can't work for you, so I would just urge you to not, try not to forget them. They're kind of important. Now, another thing you should definitely not do is place traps in the open. If you might remember, traps got nerfed not too long ago, so they're a little bit weaker than they used to be, and even before then, placing your traps out in the open is it's a no-go. If you place your traps just kind of where everyone can easily see them, then they're kind of wasted because they're just going to get destroyed or people are just going to walk around them. So I'd highly suggest that you definitely put a little bit more thought into where you place them. You have a lot of obstacles to put them behind, whether that's rocks and walls or doors, just not out in the open. Okay, so a big one is blocking doors from teammates. Do not do this. Even if you have good intentions, if you're trying to secure a building, that's great, unless you've taken into account where your teammates are. This will just cause a multitude of issues, one of them being that your team might not invite you to play again. We have multiple different options whenever it comes to blocking doors. So blocking the door completely should really only be used for such if you're needing to heal and you've taken into account where your teammates are. So this is definitely a big no-no for me. Now, one that I know that I have certainly forget to do on occasions is not focusing enemy Caustic players. While gas is not as deadly as it used to be, you should still take advantage of one of your perks of not being affected by your gas by taking out other enemy Caustic players that might be harassing your team. I mean, honestly, it really only makes sense. Now, another really helpful one that I don't often see get used is that you're not guarding your team with traps or reviving and healing. Again, traps got nerfed, but the body of the trap is still helpful for blocking a few stray bullets whenever you're going for that revive or for that heal, and can really help with getting the jump on enemy players that might be sneaking up on you while you're going for said heal. As you might have noticed, I like talking about Caustic, so if you're a Caustic fan or you're enjoying the video so far, then please do drop a like on the video. Now, something else is try not to rely on traps for kills. Rather than relying on traps for kills, they really should be more so focused on helping you get the jump on enemies, or better yet, to kind of help give you some vision. A trap that's been set off or destroyed, or even if enemies are just triggering the gas, it shows a hit marker so you can kind of get a sense of where other players are in the environment. In case someone's following you or you're not really sure where people are inside of your building, then it can be a big help for that. And while gas can technically kill someone if they stay in it within the whole duration, but most players are not, that will not be the case. So expecting your traps to get kills for you should not be the way that you go about things. Rushing ahead and going alone. I know I've definitely done this more than a few times. But Caustic does not really have a good escape tactic. You can use your Nox Grenade as kind of like a temporary fix, but that has a good possibility of not ending well. So unless you're like rushing ahead to a building, I would say maybe try and stay more towards the middle or the back of your group so that you can leave a trap trail and be able to alert your team to people who may be coming up from behind. Since trigger traps are no longer permanent, they don't really serve as good barriers out in the open anymore, so definitely try your best not to get caught out in the open if possible. Also, you got to make sure that you're taking full advantage of your Nox Grenade. If you're going to be using your Nox Grenade, definitely make sure that you're going to be actively pushing. Try not to waste it on just like a single person, and continue to throw your traps even while it's going off and make the gas a little bit more powerful. Also, definitely ping in the direction that you're going to be throwing your ult. That way your team actually knows where they should be focusing their attention. Now, it's great in all knowing what not to do, but if you want to learn what you should do when playing as Caustic, then I highly suggest you check out the video over here that explains all about how to become a better trapper as Caustic. And I'll catch you over there. Thanks for watching.